All righty, we're in the kitchen with Chef Wes Stepp from Red Sky Cafe, one of our favorites here on the Hampton Road Show, coming all the way up from the OBX to cook for us this morning. Welcome to fall, my man.
I'm ready for it.
What are you cooking for us?
Today we have Wahoo. Are you familiar with Wahoo?
It's a fish.
You got it. We got Wahoo. We're going to do a little bit of grit cakes. Instead of the New York strip, I got filet. We got changes going on all the time.
No problem.
And I also got some duck today. So we're going to do a little taste of the fall.
Guess who brought some duck up from Duck? Wes Stepp from Red Sky Cafe. We'll get cooking in just a moment. It looks amazing. Can't wait to start. We are back now in the kitchen with Chef Wes Stepp from Red Sky Cafe, and he's making quite a feast this morning. Has to do with the tastes of fall. Welcome back, Wes.
Thank you.
So what do you like most about fall?
Well, I like the temperatures going down. You know, the water's still nice down there. A lot of things going on the Outer Banks in the fall. It's a time for the towns. We're doing a jazz festival in October down there in Duck. There's just a lot of things going on. I get to change the menu. I get to play with different kinds of food and new food. A lot of farm to fork type things going on.
My favorite, and a lot of people's favorite time of year on the Outer Banks is this time of season, this shoulder season, because the water's warm, the weather's warm. It's a beautiful time to hit the beach.
It's not nearly as crowded, of course, but the beach is awesome. The fishing is getting good, and you know you love that.
Yes, you do, and the surf's good too.
Yep.
So look, you already got started. I mean, midway through Alvian's interview, you went, bam, full in. What are you cooking? Because it's like a three-ring circus.
I got grit cakes going on right here. It's Asiago cheese grits, and we're going to use that as a starch. And like I said, I didn't do New York strip, but I've got a little peppercorn and crusted beef tenderloin. I'm going to brown that up, and we're going to do a little flame. And I've also got a duck breast going.
Nice.
Okay, so basically I've already cooked that down. Now we're rendering it again. I'm going to slice that, serving it with a peach chutney and a blue cheese spread. And now watch out, Chris, because we're going to have just a little bit of flame. Okay.
Just a little bit of
Just
flame.
a little bit. I got a little salt and pepper. I'm going to put a little bit of cream in there. We're making a little peppercorn cream sauce. So anyway, I know you love the Outer Banks all times of the year, but you know that this is...
It's really
probably
the primo time of year. Not just that, but this is a great time of year to get married on the Outer Banks, and nobody does weddings better than Wes. You should see his pictures on Facebook. Follow him on Facebook. You will be blown away by the beauty of all these weddings. It's been a great season for you, hasn't it?
It has been a great season. We did a great wedding last night. We did a rehearsal dinner on Saturday. We did a wedding for one of our own employees on Friday. Week before, we did a wedding for two chefs, which was a very big honor for me to do. They own a restaurant down there on the Outer Banks called Salt Box. You ought to check it out. Excellent food. Anyway, we did their wedding. So this time of year on weekends, I'm doing a lot of weddings.
Yeah, shoulder season is a great time to hit the Outer Banks. It's a great time to check out Red Sky Cafe. There's always something delicious on the menu. And like you said, it just does change with the season.
Yes, it does. Right now, there's your beef. Peppercorn cream, that's how quick that was. Now that's going to be about medium rare. Slice the duck down, also medium rare. Serve it with a little of that sweetness. Boom. We're changing our whole menu right now for lunch and dinner. So basically this is my time of year for me and my chefs to get really creative. And I'm going to finish these grit cakes with some Wahoo, because we can't do a show from the Outer Banks without some sort of seafood, but we're going to do that in our next segment.
In our next segment, which we have plenty of time for your Wahoo. You know what? It was a good summer for you, wasn't it? I mean, it seemed like, you know, we just had that one Arthur come through, and other than that, it's been a good season.
It's been an excellent season, and, you know, it's just, right now, like I said, we're looking forward to September and October, and, you know, I'm big into fashion in the fall, too, and camouflage is what I generally get into a lot.
I wonder why. I wonder why. It is a great time of year for those who love to hunt.
You got it. I love the outdoors.
Love to hang in the woods and the great outdoors and enjoy nature at its finest. And there's no better place than the Outer Banks. And all our friends down there, we want to say hello. You got a quick shout out to some buddies down there, because you know, he's like the mayor of the Outer Banks, if there could be such a thing.
I doubt that. But anyway, yeah, there's a lot of great people. One of them I'd like to say hi to is Shauna, and my mom, who's watching right now, and my sister Dina. And basically, I go over there and cook for my mom a lot, and Shauna and some of the other girls really help take care of her, and I really appreciate that.
Outer Banks is rocking and rolling this time of year, so we'll come back and we'll cook up the Wahoo with Wes Stepp from Red Sky Cafe in the next segment. Great job.
All right.
We are back now in the kitchen with Chef Wes Stepp from Red Sky Cafe, and we're making quite a feast this morning. We've been talking about the first day of fall. It is here, and we're talking about that and a seasonal change. And when you think of the Outer Banks in the fall, you think about the migration of fish.
Yes.
You got red drum making their way up down the coast. You've got speckled trout. You've got stripers on the horizon. And you're cooking some fish today.
I'm doing Wahoo right now, and we're going to do it with a little bit of a fall country flair. Okay, real simple. I got a little bit of olive oil in there. I've got some kosher salt, fresh cracked pepper, some crust to protect the fish. Now I cover it. We'll just let that cook for a couple minutes. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make basically a pan gravy, and I'm going to use coffee.
Oh, okay.
So red-eyed gravy. Are you familiar with red-eyed gravy?
No, tell me about it.
Okay, so basically we're going to use a little country ham. We're going to use coffee. It's old school, and it's really tasty. It's made right in the pan. We get all our, if you like coffee, right?
I do.
Yeah. Well, we get
Big
all our coffee from the front porch, which is down there. So I get it all locally ground and everything. And basically that's one of my main ingredients, and we'll be making that in just a couple minutes. Besides all the different foods we got going to be introduced into our menu for the fall, there's a lot of things going on the Outer Banks.
It's a happening time. It's a great time to get away, if not just to enjoy the beautiful beaches or what's surrounding it, but all the activities.
Yeah, there's a lot of things right there in Duck, which is, right there in my hometown is Duck, North Carolina. They're really, very progressive thinking little community, and basically we got a jazz festival. I guess it's the 8th annual jazz festival. You're reading it.
It is.
And so we got a lot of national entertainers coming in there. They're going to be there all day Sunday. We get lucky enough to be able to cater for the bands and all the different jazz singers that are coming across the street. It's a big event down there. That's
October 10th, 11th, and 12th. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it's free to the public.
Yeah, actually Jazz Festival is October the 12th, and then the 10th and 11th there's a Mustang Music Festival, and that's going to be held at the Whalehead Club. And I think you're probably familiar with that venue right on the Currituck Sound. Now, another thing that we're going to be doing down there on October 8th is I'm going to be catering for an event. Look at that, nice and brown.
Beautiful.
And I'm going to hit it with a little bit of coffee right out of the Red Sky wine glass. No flames, I hope. Okay, you got your coffee. October 8th, though, Chris, I'm going to be catering for an event at the high school down there, and it's going to be it's sponsored by Project Purple, so there's more purple going on. And Project Purple, anyway, it's called Anonymous People, and basically it's going to be an awareness on addiction and things like that. It's going to be held at the high school. It's actually going to be hosted by former Miss USA, Tara Connor. Anyway, she's coming down, and I guess all the community is invited to that, and I'll be doing appetizers.
You sponsor so many events, not just the Duck Jazz Festival, but that one there, and it's so important. Why is it so important to be such a big part of the community there?
I mean, you know what? I tell you what, I love the Outer Banks.
Yeah.
And it's it's big in the summertime. There's you guys get to come down and visit us and everything like that. But in the wintertime, it's just still that small town feeling.
Right.
I'm originally from West Virginia, so I like that small town feeling. You know what I mean? Except instead of the mountains, we're adorned with the Atlantic Ocean right there and the Currituck Sound.
So this accent isn't from North Carolina. Fits right in, doesn't it?
It fits right in. They don't need a Rosetta Stone to figure me out. But the Outer Banks is just a hodgepodge of people
Melting
from
pot
everywhere.
of just about everything.
I think everybody who wanted to grow up to be a pirate ended up on the Outer Banks. So anyway, we got our Wahoo. We've cooked it down. Look at that, nice simmered. I'm going to serve that right on top of that grit cake, right next to our filet mignon medallions with the peppercorn bourbon
and
cream.
your duck breast.
And look at that. That's a nice sheen to that gravy.
There we go.
Boom.
So you brought filet, duck, and fish. No pork, no chicken.
No. You know what? I did all this because now we do. Well, I gave you some pork. You came down on vacation.
I
the
did,
ribs
thank you so
and
much.
barbecue.
You hooked us up, my man.
I tell you what. That we do some good ribs and stuff like that. I was trying to find something that Aubrey'd eat, because she doesn't eat, fish, and she doesn't eat that. Now she's juicing. So
Yeah, I know. Not a good day for that.
Not a good day for solid food.
Well, you do have a lemon cut over there.
I
so
do
maybe
have a
she'll
lemon.
Juice that lemon in there.
We have a blender over here. I could just put a bunch of it together, but I
Okay.
guess to feed the audience.
That's right. So listen, Jazz Fest coming up 10th, 10th, 11th, 12th.
Jazz
Yes,
Fest
10th,
on
11th,
the
12th of
12th.
October, and then the Project Purple, and anything else.
That Mustang Music Festival at the Whalehead Clubs, all that same weekend. Come down to the Outer Banks, come down to northern Outer Banks, Duck and Corolla. enjoy the whole weekend.
You'll be glad you did. Red Sky Cafe is open daily. They're located at 1197 Duck Road in Duck, North Carolina, right there across from the Sound. Give them a call, 252-261-8646, or look them up online, redskycafe.com. Follow Wes on Facebook. You'll be glad you did. Thanks, Wes.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.